What's going on, guys? My name is Joey Franzo, and today I am going to be bringing you a voiceover commentary of one of my deadlift workouts. I am currently just over 4 weeks out from the Arnold Pro American, and I thought it would be somewhat informative and interesting to take you guys through and show you what's up. The deadlift is by far, I think, my worst lift. I got a lot of questions about round back deadlifting, and I figured why not kill two birds with one stone, just going through, this and addressing that. So, just warming up. I was not feeling particularly good on this day. I was actually feeling very, very sore from my tough squat workout 2 days ago. 48 hours. I like to think in hours when it comes to recovery because it helps you kind of pinpoint, exactly how much time you need between sessions to recover. And I definitely take that into consideration when I set up my training. Oftentimes, like at meets, I will definitely skip 365, but I was not feeling good today, so took an extra warm-up, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. If you're not feeling it, then go ahead and do what you need to do to get warm. The plates I'm using weigh between 46.5 to 48 pounds, so everything feels super, super heavy. If I were to take somebody to the gym to train with me, they'd probably be really frustrated with how weak they felt, and this has actually happened before. The goal today was to work up to something around 450 for sets of 5 as I'm transitioning off of high reps, so sets of 8 down to my sets of 5, and I wanted to keep the RPE around RPE 7. First set here with, I'm just going to call it 455. Everything felt pretty sturdy. I've been working on my grip. My conventional stance is a little bit wider than it is normally. My toes are slightly out, and my grip is not as narrow as it can be because I have a lot of issues with my left arm hitting my left leg. It can actually be pretty painful, so my grip is a little bit wider. Here's a side view. You will see that I do have a little bit of rounding, and when it comes to rounding your back in the deadlift, it's not the end of the world. If you're able to train like that consistently and progress, and you're not hurting and you feel fine, then I wouldn't really worry about it. This set ended up being closer to an 8, so I dropped the weight down afterwards. Although, I didn't go too heavy today, but I felt good about it. I felt like my setup was consistent, and I was initiating with some tension in the bar. And yes, good session today. Here we go. Drop the weight down to, I believe, 435, so drop 20 pounds. You'll see here as I get tired that I might round a little bit more. And instead of me coming in and hitting a big single, which works for some and does not work for others, I'm not really doing them right now, but I will add them in very shortly. You see my back starts to get tired, I start to round a little bit more, and it can kind of mimic, what's going to happen at the end of the meet. But I won't actually need to use heavy weight to do that, so I'm not killing myself. I'm not going to snap my shit, just trying to go heavy. And then afterwards, I did the first set belted, and I did beltless, and then belted on the next one. This is, it's supposed to be snatch grip, but I don't know what happened with my right hand. I set up, and I thought my hand was wider. My left hand looks good, but my right hand, I guess, came in on its own as I was setting up my left. I definitely use straps on these. I don't really feel them at all too much in my legs. I feel my traps like crazy. As you can see me shrugging there, just annihilates my traps, and this video is off my phone because I did not record on my camera. Went up a little bit, added the belt. My back was killing me. My back, is very, it's pretty weak. It gets pretty taxed. From a development, like if you were to look at my back with my shirt off, it's built. It's just, I have a long torso, so I have to work very hard to achieve what somebody with a short torso might be able to do, which is maintain that tightness throughout the lift. And then I finished up with some curls. I like curls. They're a little bit extra on the arms. I have this theory that if you have big arms in the bottom of the bench, you might get a big pop, but that doesn't really apply to me because I have a very wide grip, so my arm doesn't really touch. Starting off with 20, just get a set of, I think it was like 12 to 15, to go up to 25s, and I think I finished with the 30s. I usually do some sort of rowing motion after my deadlifts, but the machine was being taken on the right, so I just said, screw it, get me curls in first. And, overall, compared to where I was last year, where, not even being able to deadlift, just doing, singles because that's all I could take. I'm happy with where I am. I've come a ways. There used to be a time where I was only doing singles, or I wouldn't even train deadlift. To be able to come in, the reason why I'm saying that is because this time last year, I think I worked up to I did 5 singles on deadlifts or 5 doubles, and then the next week, I only trained it for 4 weeks, so it was 5 doubles, 5 singles, then 1 heavy single, and then I did the meet, and ended up doing okay. So crazy what you can get away with as long as your squats are moving up and you're building those muscles associated with the deadlift, especially if you pull conventional. I think you're going to be okay. Obviously sumo is a little bit more technical. And here I have a seated close grip cable row. I like to keep these nice and light. My whole reasoning behind rowing, I row anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week, or hit back, I should say. The point is to, if you have a big back, it's going to support the bar when you squat, and give you a better shelf to squat. And then on bench, obviously, same thing. You're going to be more stable, sitting up on the bench, and you're going to be able to maintain, stability with higher loads. And then the same thing on deadlifts. Obviously, if you have a massive back, it's going to help you. And, I have those short arms and that long torso, so I got to try to add muscle wherever I can. I'm not too consistent with when I do my back work, but I make sure I try to do at least 2 vertical pull downs and 2 horizontal pulls, whenever I can. Definitely, you don't want to have too many weaknesses. You can train just the big 3 and you will go very, very far doing that. Some people are going to need more. If you have the time, I'd say why not? Plus you might look a little better, a little bit more aesthetic doing that. So, I have, I think 3 more deadlift workouts until the Arnold. I'm going to get real heavy real quick. Really trying to push my squats up there. I with most people, if you can get your squat up there and maintain your deadlift or increase a little bit on deadlift, once you taper everything down, on meet day, your deads are going to fly, especially if you pull conventional. I know for a lot of people, that can sometimes be stressful and hard to understand that deads, especially because you do them last, are not always going to be strong. Alrighty guys, I hope you're able to take something away from that. If you enjoyed these kinds of videos, please let me know. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next time.